Hello, everyone. Happy Monday or Tuesday if you're in the future and you've already gone through Monday. Oh my God, I hope you have. it's munning out. So it's so funny because right when I hit the music to play for the beginning of the show, the pie just jumped up. She just hopped up like she could hear the music. Maybe she can. Pets have better hearing than we do. Nice. So, hello, folks. Let's say hi to the people in the chit chat right now. And then a blanket hello to all you people in the lurking lounge and those who will be watching on the replay. But let's give by name shout outs to those who are right here hanging out in the chat. Jim Shannon first, Thomas Christ, Legend of Lynx, Magical Mod, the Semtex Cow. Yeah, my good buddy, Heathen Granny, now a member of the Oldieverse, right on. Kubrick Lover 1972, my friend, nice to see you. I'm glad that my new time is more copacetic with your schedule. Let's see, is there anyone else? Oh, Hugh Caldwell's also in the front row. Meow, and hi, Felix. It's treat time. Lore Cat. W. Danforth, Lolo the Second. Oh, Infusion Day. Good luck with that, man. I used to be sitting and doing that with my mom and other people, so that's a vibe. Not the best vibe, but we do what we can, right? Here's my link tree. It's right over there. Just whoops. Let's pull back and point right at this lovely QR code. Something you can get to find me everywhere. Yes, you are welcome in the Oldieverse. Super chats and super stickers are welcome, or you can support me in any of these following ways. All of that you can find up here, right at your finger, your camera tip. Ooh, I want to go in and hop in, and I'm going to take Thomas's comment and give it an up right here in the chat. View channel. Am I live? What? I'm live right now. Live and giggling. Let's pin this message. Boom. Thomas Christ, thanks. You're so helpful. This is the app of the day, Skulptur by Bram on the App Store. Oh my freaking gosh. It is so amazing. I love this app. I really love this app. So, oops. I want Studio YouTube. While we're at it, before we get started, why don't we go ahead and set my hands inside the ride, super amazing fast move to Jade Star's channel. Let's see, Jade Star. Do you know what she's doing today? Roll, bud. Let's check. April 21. There we go. We're saved. We're saved. Hey now. We can erase people calling people scum. That's not all right. Ed Zelinsky, hi. Kiku, hi. Hi. Hey, thanks, Thomas. You're the best. Yes. Don't disrupt other people's streams, friend. Roll, bud. You never expect Chem to help with that. No doubt, right? I covet this app already. I covet it. Let's head on over to my screen that includes the iPad, and then we will feed the kitty, and then we'll be off. Right? Let's boom circles. Let's bring the circles in. Here we are. Let's get this show on the road. You guys are going to be tripping on this stuff. Do you want to know something crazy I found out? That when you start, if you start your iPad, when you plug it in, then you get, hi, covered by CQ. If you plug in, if your volume is low when you plug in your iPad, your volume will be low comparatively. Interesting. So I had to turn it up, right? And that is why we have something to do here, right? Let's go straight into first things first, App Store. We'll take a look at Skulptur in the App Store and see what's what. Hey, St. Bradley, what's up, my friend? Skulptur. Right on. Let's get my glasses. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting behind on my exclusive content, and so you make a good point. So Skulptur is a highly interactive performance filter bank designed by Bram and Berlin-based musician Hainbach. It's a 10-band filter instrument unlike any filter bank you've ever used. Designed for touch with kinetic sliders and other touch-centric innovations, it brings lots of different ways to interact with your sounds. Swipe, throw, slide, push, pull, and draw. The 10 surgical filters to animate and manipulate your sound in ways that no other plugin allows. Comes with plugins for iOS, iPad OS, and Mac OS. Multiple UI modes to play with your sounds. 10 steep surgical 48 decibel filters, 1 low pass, 8 band pass, 1 high pass with filter feedback. 4 filter bank model configurations, built-in noise generator, and high-quality input signal saturator. LFO mode, optionally tempo synchronize. This is insane. But today what I'm going to do is actually bring in outside LFOs. And then we're going to actually further automate stuff that's already automating. And that is going to be where you get some really wild stuff. And you find the manual on roicemaker.com. So I might actually have it handy because the manual is super useful. Let's give that to you guys. The latest release, Skulptur user manual. And I am here. It's just in the shape of a poster, which is pretty cool, you guys, right? Hey, the real Justine Kasprick is here. How's your stuff going, lady? Perfect. So I've just popped in the manual and you'll definitely find out. So everybody's loving this app. Oh my God. So let's just open it and we'll just add some noise. There's your noise. And this is going to make it easy. Hey, come here, kitty. Don't try to get in. Don't tangle yourself in the stuff. So if you hear the noise, put your headphones on if you're having trouble hearing stuff. Let's turn everything down to 0. So this is already cool. There you go. So now we can just... She is looking for treats. She loves treats. She always wants more treats. But she likes cuddles, too. Yeah, I bet it sucks, Justine. I bet it sucks like nothing else. There's nothing like taking a bad time in your life and adding insurance companies to it. Okay, I don't hear anything here, but... I don't hear anything. Now, there we go, at 500. Let's take out, now that's just 1K. So it's not very, there's 2K, there's 3K. Well, these are really cool. So you can see how Hey, Jim Shannon. Welcome back. And that's the little squeezies. But see, these bands. Secondarily, we're going to hop over to books, which is where I keep all my PDF files. So here we go. Let's look at our first bit. So there's a filter bank is an array of filters all running in parallel. So the thing is, the difference with the voltage controlled filters and a filter bank, cutoff frequency for each filter is fixed. So there's different personalities to each of these, and I'll show them to you there's analog, a solid general purpose configuration covering a fairly broad range of frequencies. Resonant, a configuration designed to replicate complementary frequency bands often found in natural sounds. 1949, a selection of bands inspired by mid-20th century filter equipment. Vowels, a closely spaced model for a subtle, tight, and intimate sound. Right. So hang on, we'll come back to filter, and now we're going to watch. So look at the numbers across the top, but I'll show them to you. See how this is 125, 250, 500, 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 6K, 8K, and 12K. So if we hit bands, it's 29, 61, 115, 218, 411, 777, 1.5, 2.8, 5.2, and 11. Very interesting. And then the 49 is 60, 120, 240, 480, 960, 1.9, 3.8, 5.4, 7.7, and 11. So that's super cool. Hey, the Falcro is here. That's amazing. And then the vowel band is 150, 220, 350, 500, 760, 1.1, 1.6, 2.2, 3.6, 5.2. So let's try bringing some of this stuff in. Whoops. Whoa. So I'm just letting some of them bump. If we hit bump, they'll just play, right? Sean Chandler, what's up? So let's turn this noise up so you can kind of hear what's happening here. And I'm going to just switch between bands. See, so there's more of this kind of... There's resonant. There's the 49 bands. So each time you can flip through. Nice. And then you can take this feedback stuff and see, listen to that. Now bump. How different is that? And then you can level saturate. Nope, you can't saturate non-noise sounds. Now here again, we're switching. Resonant, 49, vowel, analog. So all different, right? We're just quickly showing a couple of things here. Let's leave it at analog. Now, elastic is the next one, right? I know, my floor is flooded. Hey, easy herbs, yeah. Now, see? The way elastic works is you pull them up. How cool is that? And this is for so now you hear your bass level. Now that's much louder, and now you can bring them down. Now other people have done all kinds of things on here, right? So let's bring these bass levels back down. So if you bring them down to 0, then you're like, they're just hard to capture. Now that sounds so cool, right? Red Room. And now Rise takes it, and it goes slower to rise. There it rises fast. Here it rises slowly. Now fall. Now it just jumps back. If you turn it all the way up, it just slides back. Now here's the fun part. You can draw one. Now, you could just leave it there, right? Let's put it back to draw. Nice, eh? So my favorite, though, is cycles. Cycles gives you a base level. That's high, that's low. Now each thing is at a tiny low thing. Now pace is how fast. How crazy. And then slope. That's doing crazy stuff. And this is just white noise being generated. That gets rid of, that's just plain, there's no filters. Filter bypass. You see that? See? That's all the filters gone. That's just the white noise. Now let's go through these bands. There's the resonant. There's the 49. There's the vowels. All right. Now I'm going to take this because we're still in boop. All right. Now I'm going to show you a project or two quickly in AUM. And we're going to check out what this does in life in real time. Shelly, Michelle Morrison, so nice to see you today. Probably awake too. Okay, sculpt and modulate. Here's just noise. Let's take these down. All right, so first there's this instrument. This is noise space. Here's noise space without Skulptur. So listen carefully. Tune in. Now it's louder, crazier. That's because I've got the saturation up. There's no noise at all. It's in the vowel band. The feedback is partly up. And you can see that it's in a slope. And that's what's happening, is the slope is going on, right? Now if we press play, you may notice, now notice right down here, see where my cursor is? See the slope is now going back and forth. See how it's now freaking out? Why? How cool is that? So let's take this back down. Now let's bring this one up. Now let's listen to it without any Skulptur. See, that's kind of a little annoying, but then, wow, you bring in Skulptur. Now let's see what's happening with Skulptur. This one is in a bumps session. See, that's the filter bypass. Right, it is an LFO, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. And the bands are in the 49, and the level's up high so that there's more saturation. All right, so then we bring this back up. So I've got this all going through. I got it going into a bus together. So now, noting from bus A, here's bus A. So we have two noises, and then together I take the signal and I detected the key and found out it was in C minor. So here's C minor, right? So that's when we come in and we use this King of VHS goodness. So let's take off the solos. Let's mute these instead. Mute, 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 unsolo. There we go. The red bus is calling us. Hey, Gortium. And there's tons of presets, so you can also be like, so here you've got this really nice grungy thing going on. And so what I've done is to take some C minor stuff from Bounce Bud and send that bopping into this VCR synth. So let's change that to solo instead. Okay. See? It's like putting a ring mod on it. So let's check what's going on with this one. So this has got it's got two little LFOs going. As you can see, there's an LFO on the pace and an LFO on the slope. That's just insane, right? And we're in the vowel band, and we have unsaturated noise. We have a little bit of noise, a little bit of feedback. But we're gonna do this by ourselves too, so unsolo. Now this one's got a lot. So here's this. We'll listen to it. It's coming in, coming in, coming in. Instant sound craziness. So let's check what we've got going here. Here's another one of these fader ones. Just bumping all over the place. The friction's all the way down, and it's just going to continue. And as you may notice, see, it's not going from the very bottom to the very top each time. It's going... Some of them are higher and some of them are lower. And this is pointed out in a bunch of other... All right, so now let's just take and hear the whole thing. And I'm going to add some... So yeah. Now it sounds so, if you've got your headphones on, you can see this is just giving you this like delicious. All right, let's put a stop to this. Now let's make one ourselves. Let's save, overwrite. Now clear. Boom. All right, this time let's make I'm going to use one of these King of VHS, my new favorite instrument. It's like a phaser on steroids. It sure is. So this time I'm going to make my drone with a Space Fields sound because I want to kind of blend. So I've got Space Fields here, and let's just... It's called Power Dome. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to use the opening sound, and you're going to hear how cool it sounds immediately. I'm just going to hit a C sharp right here. There we go. So now you've got this craziness going on. So now let's add a Skulptur. Here it is. It's already more interesting. And we didn't even add anything. See, look, it's just nothing. But see, here's our bands. And there's the 49 bands. It's subtle, but it's different each time. And there's the vowel bands. So let's go through and find out which one we like best. So far, let's use owl. This is called Skulptur. It's in the pinned comment, my friend. So let's see, there's a little noise. This is in AUM on an iPad. It's got a little feedback. See, literally nothing, and we've already made something more interesting. Now let's show you something in cycles. See? Now this time this is removing sliders. Boom. Now let's turn this one back on. This is it. That's the next highest. Yeah, right? So you could just literally switch between. You could just be like playing. Yeah, wow, I see nothing's there. Third one here. Fourth one. Fifth one. These just are crazy. It was an already cool sound, and this just blows it away. So let's bring them all back in now. Now what we need is a MIDI, and let's bring in an LFO. I was having trouble with MLFO the other day, so I'm going to pop in Rosetta LFO. I would... Red room. This is just so wild. So now you hit the Skulptur. You go all the way up to the top left here, and this is where you can bring in MIDI controls. Let's go Rosetta LFO, right? Now look at all these things. You could take band 1, and you could mess each one of them. You could take each band and separately automate it. Your out volume, your friction, your noise. Yeah, let's take noise and let's give it a... So number 13 is the first. Now watch. We'll watch. The noise level should be changing. Or is it? Let's go back to the LFO. Oh, it's because Here we go. You have to have the transport running. Now we'll watch. Now we'll go back and look. See? The noise. Let's make that a lot more subtle. So what we'll do is we'll kick the minimum way up. But we'll also kick the maximum way down. now, see? 38 to 50, right? That's nice. We could make that go slower. Let's make it go slower. Let's tempo sync it. That's every 3 measures. Let's change the mod. We got the shape. I like that. That'll work. So this is CC number 13. If we want, then we'll do 14. So next one will be number 14. Let's come back in. Whoa. All right, so we're in cycles. So let's take the cycles pace and make that number 14. So here we're tapping in. We're going 14. Now watch. See the pace flying up and down? I like that. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I could change. We'll change the LFO. Let's move the LFO around. Let's do tempo syncing again. Let's pop our mod up a little bit. This time I want the slope to start, or I want the pace to start kind of fast. So let's have 75. Let's have it 75 to 100. All right? And we'll change the shape to a cosine. Now watch. See our pace just pacing? Now let's change our slope. First I'll show you what changing the slope actually does. See? It just makes the So now I guess we'll play with the slope. So we've got, let's go 15. Here we go. And we'll change the mod and stuff already. We'll change it to like tempo synced once again. Let's make it 1/4 X. Let's change that to a triangle. Let's just pop in. Let's pop in 56 and 110. All right. Now, bam. We're going to, the next thing we need to do is open up this Skulptur, open up the MIDI controls on the top left. Now we're going to hit down to slope, and we're going to turn on, and then we're going to set it to number 15. Yeah, look at that. Now the slope and the thing are changing. Now watch, I'll stop this. So this is what it sounds like. Hey, the deal for real. So let's start this again. Notice how it changes when I turn on this? Very cool. Very cool. So that's just that. Now, I say let's find out what we've got going on with our scaler. Let's see what this will find. We'll detect our key. So F major. We're in F major. D minor. F major and D minor. Let's hop in. The easiest thing to add would be launch pad. Oops. It's a launch pad is a Hey, see you later, Kubrick Lover 1972. All right. You could literally use this on here too. I think this bleak cinematics is good for now. So now we've got F major or D minor. Is that what it was? Yep, D minor. So now if we add some... Yep, there it goes. It sounds good. So I'm just going to duplicate this King of VCR, and then I'm going to remove the stuff that's underneath it. Sweet! You could actually, let's just play and add a sculptor to this. Let's solo it. Let's just look for presets. Here's one of mine. See this one called Jazz Hands? But let's go to the factory ones. That's what we're going to do next, Gordium 85. In utero. See? Let's go back to one of mine, Jazz Hands. I like this one. See, this actually doesn't sound bad. You can leave this. Oh my god, that's hilarious, Easy Herbs. Let's go back to our drone. Let's take our drone and add a moon echo. Let's take down the moon dust. We're gonna ping the moon. Or blood, oh yeah, right, rotten pool. 2.5815 seconds I'm from the moon. Well, how about that? See, there we go. Now we'll add a little moon dust. First, we'll take that out. So here's the sound. Sounds awesome, right? Now we'll add like a MIDI processor. Let's add another bounce bud, because why not? Then we can run as many things. Let's solo it. So let's go through and check a couple. Let's see. Let's connect. We're going to bring it over. So the little hamburger to the right finds bounce bud. Let's use bounce bud bottom. Let's use D minor. And we'll set it to, let's set our settings. Let's go to the bottom and set a setting for, let's have a note length of a whole bar. That sounds amazing already. Let's go. Hey, Bon Bon. Let's find another sound, though. VCR rewind effects. This pad called Grid Roll by Jacob Hack. Yes, this is the one. Right? Now let's bring in our Skulptur. See? Ooh, how pretty. Nice, right? Let's back to... All right, see, Sculpt is doing nothing. So let's try to... Let's make one of these... Now we're getting rid of all the sound. So, okay, we don't want it any different than this. So I'm just setting some... So I'm just adding a little bit of so we'll give those out full, right? So, and we'll take our friction down a little bit. Now you can just, like, flick them. Whoops. Bump. Now bump. See, when the friction makes it stop. Now it'll just keep bumping. Let's try with what it... So if you saturate, if you keep turning it up. See, now they're saturated, and I like that. Ooh, there's a little feedback. Yeah. Now let's change our bands around. I like the resonance sound the best there. Now let's show you, I'll show you another thing you can animate here. So I'm going to use, just go into Sculpture, this Sculpture, and there's a wet level. It's a secret. It's secret. You don't see wet level, but it's down here, ready to be automated. So let's turn it on. take that. Let's see. Now we'll close it up. Now check it out. See? The wet level is being changed. That's not the one I wanted to use. Let's use a different. Now let's go back, check out that wet level. See, now it's up near the top. And we'll listen to this and see what's happening. Exactly. Skulptur looks cool. The only way you could think to emulate it would be painstaking automation. Indeed. Listen to this crazy cool thing. Let's make another VHS. Solo that. Well, let's get bounce bud left. And let's take let's go back to these pads. Where it's going. Come on. Ooh, yeah. Avalon. Let's change our preset here. Fingers is what this one's called. We could take and automate this slope. Where's that slope? Here we go. Let's use 13. So let's change this. Let's go in and change this left so that instead of a quarter note, we get like 2-bar note. There, that gives it more of a... Yeah, there we go. Whoops. See? Woohoo! I literally have sculpt on everything. How awesome does this sound? Now the last thing is just to quickly show you how to play something as an instrument. Let's just make a duplicate of this. We'll solo it. And then we'll also solo this. And we're going to use a sound. We're going to pick our own. This is okay. Now, let's call it to elastic. I got a better idea. Okay. Let's take this off. Let's pop this up. I'm gonna make a whoa. Let's just put something in there first. Let's put in a space fields. Now we're going to make this instrument we're going to make an instrument to play over the top. Proxima Orion. Now you just play this. There are these 49 bands. Yeah, I'm at 68%. So then now let's just, whoops. This is just, here it sounds just by itself. And now we'll put this back in. Just sitting there, woo! See, I'm just picking them up. So I'm just taking a drone and turning it into an instrument. We'll do that again by itself. If we turned it down to 0. So cool, right? Damn. Anyway, I think that's about everything that I was ready to do. Now let's just hit the stop and it'll be like, damn. That's the thing. So that was 64% of my music stuff. Hey kitty, gotta move for a second. And yes, this is an insane app. I love it so much. Let me say goodbye to you with my face. My face. Beep. Hi. So next up, we've got Jade Star rolling with the roll bud. Yeah. Whoops. You gotta roll the bud. And then tomorrow I'm going to be back with songwriting stuff. So there will be art because I'm going to show you how images and things also contribute to my songwriting process. But also we're just going to go into all the various things I'm using right now as tricks to get my stuff going. So right on. Keep your hands inside the ride. And when I press goodbye, we'll say hello to Jade. So, all my friends, biggest love, and all the peace that you can carry, baby. Uh-huh. That's right. Thank you so much.